It's hard at the beginning to find market fit and to find your first customers, but if you've got something that people want, quickly you'll be overwhelmed by too much demand.
Craig Brown is our guest today on CallumConnects Micro-Podcast. Craig Brown is the co-founder of Everest Engineering, an innovative software agency that takes a very people-first approach to work.
As an entrepreneur, some of the challenges that I face and think about a lot include four kind of territories. The first is, of course, your customers. And to stand apart and to matter and to be an impactful organization these days, I think you need to really be paying attention to, well, not just paying attention to love your customer. You need to love your customer and you want to work together. You want to stand shoulder to shoulder solving problems. To be in that kind of a relationship means that you're really committed to the outcomes that your customers are committed to, and you're sharing in the risk. You're sharing in the reward too, of course, because if you're successful and you do a great job, they're going to love you as well. And they'll bring you more work and they'll tell stories about you to their networks, and that'll bring you new customers as well. So loving your customers and loving the work that they're doing is really important. A second aspect that I think about a lot is, of course, loving your team members. You know, you can't be successful without great team members that are committed to you and to your customers. And so you need to pay attention to them. You need to support them, encourage them, nurture them, help them in their achieving their goals. To do that, of course, you've got to listen to them and you've got to be in dialogue with them and having conversations with them. You can't just assume what people are looking for in their lives because people are so diverse and so interested. Everyone starts from a particular point and everyone's got an aspiration and a goal in a particular direction in the future. There's a lot of diversity and a lot of interesting things in that. You won't know what they are unless you're talking to people. So paying attention to people, and in particular listening to people, is really, really important. I think a third challenge in growing a business is to make sure that you're sustainable. It's hard at the beginning to find market fit and to find your first customers, but if you've got something that people want, quickly you'll be overwhelmed by too much demand. Customers will be queuing up to work with you, and it's tempting to want to do everything, but you can't do everything. You've got to know your limits and you've got to know when to say no and how to say no. You don't want to overstretch yourself and let people down. When that happens, it's frustrating for all parties involved, and of course it doesn't build long-term reputation, doesn't build goodwill. When you know you can't do something, it's best to say so up front and not set anyone up for failure. The fourth thing that I think is really important, and it's not for everyone, but it's definitely for us, is to pay attention to the community that you're a part of. So Everest is part of the tech community, the innovation community, and we live in an ecosystem, and the ecosystem's constantly exploring and evolving and inventing new things and learning new things, and we need to be connected to that. We can't live in a bubble. We need our team members actively involved in conferences and meetups and training in the industry and meeting people from other companies. There needs to be dialogue and information flow across organizational boundaries. Without that constant influx of knowledge, but also knowledge out of our organization into others, you fall behind and you stop becoming the innovator, the creator, and the novel, fun organization that you set out to be. You want people to come to work and to have fun, and I think a part of that is like that infusion of new knowledge and that learning new things and being challenged by new things. So they're the four areas that I think about, and they're the four things where I frame my challenges that we come across. Are they about the community? Are they about sustainability for the company? Are they about our employees, or are they about our customers? And what are the acts we need to do to level ourselves up and be amazing in any one of those particular instances?
If you've enjoyed today's show or got any value from today or previous episodes of CallumConnects, do please subscribe and leave a review. It means the world to our guests to be able to see when their sharing has led to your learning.